Coronation Street's beloved Sam Blakeman has been struggling in the wake of his mother, Natasha Blakeman's death, but what he doesn't realize yet is Roy Cropper has a connection to her death. But what will he do when he finds out the truth? Sam, played by de3dly, has become extremely tentative since Natasha, Rachel Leskovac, was murdered by drug lord Harvey Gaskell, Ulmella, last year on Coronation Street, and he has only just begun speaking to his father, Nick Tilsley, Ben Price, again. Part of his recovery has been helped with the support of Roy, David Nielsen, and Mary Taylor, Patty Clare, playing chess with him. However, in upcoming scenes on the ITV soap, the youngster will clash with the cafe owner, and it seems he might discover what part Roy had to play in his mother's demise months after her death. The drama kicks off in next week's installments of the weeknight serial drama when Sam is once again playing a game of chess with Roy. Unlike Mary, who likes to let the youngster win, the stalwart of the Cobbles-based soap has often taken a much harsher approach. In their upcoming game, Roy will once again beat the schoolboy who has been desperately trying to learn all the tricks in the book. When it does go how the youngster wants it to, he ends up storming out of the cafe in a strop as he has done before. This leaves Roy deeply concerned as he knows there is so much going on inside the young boy's mind, and he could decide now is the time to tell him about his secret regarding Natasha. Roy could sit down with Sam and explain what really happened the night Natasha died and how the gun Harvey got his hands on was because he told Abby Franklin, Sally Carmen, to get rid of it. It has been plaguing Roy's mind since he discovered the deceased was shot dead, and he thought it was because he lied to the police about what happened between Abby and Corey Brent, Maximus Evans. This led to his temporary exit from the program as he tried to make sense of what happened in the past few months. Having struggled to build a bond with Sam, he could think telling him his deadly secret could help to bridge the gap between them. However, it could make matters worse as the youngster might be too young to process how his mother's death could have been avoided. This would make him become an even greater recluse, with his father Nick confused as to why his son has stopped talking again. At a loss of what to do and noticing the youngster doesn't want to play chess with Roy anymore, the businessman could quiz the stalwart of what happened between them. Unable to hold on to the secret any longer, Roy could tell Nick everything he told his son and how he has been feeling guilty ever since. Of course, Roy didn't hold the gun or get rid of it, he merely told Abby what to do from the sidelines, but Nick could be furious the cafe owner didn't speak up earlier. What will Nick do with Sam as he tries to help his son through yet another stage of grieving the loss of his mother? The stalwart got involved in the storyline after his niece, Nina Lucas, Molly Gallagher, became the victim of a hate crime. This is a storyline that has transpired over the past year and has resulted in several subplots being created, one being Roy's guilt over Natasha's death. The actor who plays Roy, David, has spoken out on his thoughts of being involved in the hard-hitting and issue-based story. David explained, "It's not an enjoyable storyline, I have to say. It would be a disaster if Molly wasn't as good as she is. When Haley was leaving, when Julie, Hesmond-Holg, was leaving, I knew it would be major. It can be a bit grueling. These are things you don't want to contemplate, but you have to," the soap star commented in an interview. "You find out how people relate to these storylines in the street. There's a public responsibility to it. It's a huge privilege, but it can be a terrible responsibility." The actor who plays Sam's father Nick, Ben, has also spoken about the power the youngster's grief has had on the show. He explained, "Not all kids are as articulate or talkative as Sam. He has gone from one extreme to the other, and that is painful for Nick. At the same time, it is about Nick letting go and dealing with his grief, and Sam is teaching him too. I am very keen to make it an equal relationship between them. Nick is not a dominant parent, they are in it together. I want people to see Nick trying his best but also learning along the way," he said. On working with the actor who plays Sam, Jude, Ben added, "I said to him, look, you are keeping me in a job. He is fantastic, and what is great is that he has his own mind and he knows what he wants to do. I am only interested in approaching working with him as an actor and equal." When we go to do the scenes we don't overtalk it. He is very natural and instinctive. It is amazing to get a son in the show for Nick because that cements the start of Nick's own family, and it is amazing that Jude is as good as he is and he is only going to get better. And actually helps me get better as I can watch him. We both have a very similar way of approaching it. He is quite low-key and real, and hopefully, that comes across in the scenes that the relationship feels real.